Imagine turning waste into high-protein feed, cutting down your livestock feeding cost by half. This week on The Ghanaian Farmer, we're all the way in Nsawam visiting the facility that is in production of black soldier fly larvae. And this project is led by the IITA, and they are also in charge of the whole BBEST project here in Ghana. So seated next to me is Mr. Amwete. He is in charge of...
I'm in charge of the biological aspect and the production.
Excellent. Thanks for having us at your facility.
Thank you for coming.
How long have you been running this facility?
So we've been running this facility. We started with the biological aspect somewhere around 2023. That was when we started with the rearing.
Okay, for those who are watching this video and this is the first time we are hearing the word black soldier fly larvae, what is it? The life cycle, substrate used to feed them, and any other detail that we need to know? Okay,
so black soldier flies are basically insects. Some people confuse them with black fly, but no, this is black soldier fly, and they are called black soldier flies because of the way they feed.
Okay,
you know, the larvae feed very, very voraciously. They break down complex organic matter into very, very simple forms, and in the process they build biomass.
Okay,
which is high value proteins which can be used to feed livestock, as you already mentioned. So in short, black soldier flies, we say they are decomposers. They just break down anything organic from your kitchen to the hotels, to the restaurants, to the motels, anywhere, anything organic, they just break it down for you. In the end, you get two things. You get high value proteins, and then you get frass.
Walking in here, I've seen a lot of bowls, your team, you were, I don't know if it is kokunte, but tell me, what are the basic equipment that I can use to produce a larvae?
Okay, so black soldier fly rearing is, we say it's very simple. The flies are with us. You don't have to import anything from anywhere. The flies are already with us. You just have to set traps in the wild, harvest their eggs, and then you start the rearing. We use just basic things like these 25-liter jerry cans, which we brand them as for gallons. You can just get that, cut it into two, then you can start using those ones. All the basic ones, the basic things around us are the things that we use. You need these racks. These are not equipment, but they are things that facilitate your rearing because you arrange them aerially. Some people do the biopond system, where they put them on the floor with walls like a biopond and they grow them in it. Yes, but we choose to do the area one, which is the stacking. So we use the racks.
Right.
Yeah.
So how many larvae do we have in this black bowls?
Okay, so each black bowl you are seeing has what we call 1 gram of egg incubated into it.
Right.
Yes, 1 gram of egg is a lot of larvae. But of course, not all your eggs will hatch. It's just like when your chicken brood on eggs, not all of them will hatch. Yes. So usually the hatchability rate determines the quantity that you have in a bowl. Okay, so the life cycle of the black soldier fly is very simple. They undergo complete metamorphosis. That is, they move from egg to larvae to prepupa pupa, and then they move to adult flies. But when we are doing production, not all our larvae are allowed to go into adult fly stage. Otherwise, then we are doing nothing. Okay. So after between 14 to 21 days, we truncate the process for those that we'll be using to process feed. By that time, they have built biomass, which is rich proteins, and then we've processed that to give to the farmers to use.
Okay.
Yes. But the rest, which is about 10%, we reserve 10% of the total capacity for broodstock, for onward regeneration. So they go back into flies and then continue to give us eggs. Now the life cycle from egg stage to adult stage to the time they are off usually takes around 43 days. But half of that we truncate and then we process. Yes, for those that we are using for production.
Right.
Yes. Now the adults usually will stay for just about a week, maximum 14 days they are off. Because the adult flies, they don't feed.
Okay.
They don't feed. They only suck on water and that. The reason they don't feed is that they don't have two mouth parts to feed. That is how God created them.
Okay.
So, but their mouth can only lap on
Right.
water molecules. Or,
Okay.
Yeah. So
That's
all
interesting.
about that. The software that we use here is we use fruit waste because we have a lot of fruit processing companies around the facility. Blue Skies, HPW, Bomat, they are all around us. So we just cut their waste, the fruits that they think they don't need. We need that. The fruit that otherwise would have gone into the landfill site and create a lot of problems, we take that, we blend that, and then we use. Now, because fruits are less in proteins, we incorporate animal blood. So we go to the abattoir and then when they slaughter the animals, we take the blood and they will come and mix with the fruit waste and then we give to our larvae. So that is with the substrate that we use.
Okay.
For the equipment, we have a grinder that when we bring the waste, crushes it for us. Because when the waste is bulky, black soldier flies cannot feed on that effectively. So the size needs to be reduced to give them a wider surface area for them to feed on. Yeah, so the basic ones that we need is a crusher or a grinder. Then of course you need a dryer. Because when you harvest your larvae must be dried. Okay. So your dryer could be just normal dehydrator or normal oven. Whichever one you are using is good for you to use to dry. So the production, basically these are the things that you need. So you need your substrate and then you need this basic equipment, a crusher, a dryer. Right. Those ones are very, very basic. You need that.
So how would you describe the journey working under this project, BBEST project, to ensure that our farmers are having, alternative feed?
The experience has been good. As you can see, we have staff that are supporting us. Engaging with them, they are from the community and all of that. It's a good experience. Having to do something that is helping the communities, helping the farmer. Right. It's also another excellent experience. Awesome. It gives you some kind of joy that at least what you are doing, you're not just wasting your time. Yes. It's something that you are doing that is productive, that is helping somebody else out there.
Indeed. Thank you very much for creating impact for our livestock farmers and fish farmers. So I'm going for a quick breather. When I come back, another person on the BBEST project team will be joining me to tell me more about the focus, the objective, and what we need to know more about this black soldier fly protein source. Moving on from that insightful conversation with Mr. Mwete, let's delve more about the marketing of the larvae and frass. And joining me to talk more about money matter is Mr. Haruna from the BBEST team. Thank you so much for joining us, sir.
My pleasure.
Right, so we know that we are actually advocating for fish farmers, livestock, even crop farmers to opt for what we are doing here. But convince me further why I should look in this direction.
Okay, the black soldier fly technology, basically we deal with two products, and one of the products is the larvae, which is the stages from the egg of a fly, and we also have the frass, which is the byproduct of the end of the production. So the black soldier larvae is a high rich protein content. So the livestock farmers use this in terms of complementing protein feed for their animals, while the frass is used by vegetable or crop farmers to supply plant nutrients to their crops.
Okay, what kind of crop farmers can use the frass?
Generally all crop farmers,
including maize farmers?
Yes, what we look at here are vegetable farmers. Okay. Because of some of the benefits of the frass. And some of these benefits include supply of plant nutrients, improvement of the soil structure, the soil water retention capacity. All of these are needed by vegetable farmers because the vegetable, they are kind of tender crop that need delicate care.
For people to believe that what we are talking about is actually safe and it's an alternative protein, let's talk more about the certification of BFS and the frass. What certificate have you gotten from the right authorities here in Ghana that enables you to do what you're doing for farmers?
Okay, we are certified by Ghana Standard Authority, that is GSA, for our larvae. Right. You can see that here.
Okay. So this is
So,
from Ghana Standard Authority.
Yes. So this shows you that our product conforms with the standards of Ghana.
Okay.
So and when I talk about that, it's basically in terms of how safe it is, the nutritional value it provides for your animal. And when you look at, I'm sure you had gone around, you've seen our facility, the kind of equipment we use. These are highly hygiene and safe equipment.
Okay.
So we're also certified by PPRSD. That's the Plants Protection Regulatory Service Directorate. Yes. So this shows you that our fracs are environmentally safe. So they don't cause any kind of nuisance.
Okay.
You know, you may have some products out there which may be harmful to the environment. But this certification shows that these are safe for our environment.
At times when farmers get all excited about this good news, then becomes, where can I find the products to buy? Who can I call to buy from? Tell me more about, if I want to buy this for my farm in Ayensuano, which number can I call? Where can I get it to buy?
Okay. At the moment, we are located at Kofisa along the Adwejiri Kolta Road. However, we are still working on getting an outlet in Accra that can be easily accessible to the whole lot. So you can get on us on our phone number 053 11 33 064. 053 11 33 064.
Okay, for my Gen Z farmers, I know you're very active online, so you can visit www.IITA BBEST.org. And then you can get a lot of information or even contact numbers to call and buy. Or you can go on our social media platform at IITA BBEST Projects. I'll mention that again. Go on our social media pages at IITA BBEST Projects, and our details are there for you to contact us. Either you want to buy or you just want to know more. We are available 24/7 to get interactive with you. My name is Enyunam, and this is the Ghanaian Farmer. And this man here, who is all about marketing and money, is Mr. Haruna. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And then also, maybe you've not seen the product before. You don't know how it looks like. Well, very affordable but big in size. This one is big enough to actually help you do your farm. So yes, you can see
so this
the
is
product
the
nicely packaged. Okay, so the Lavi is there and then the frass as well. Okay, nice one. So I'm going for a quick breather. I have a couple of team who will be joining me as well to highlight more details about the Black Soldier Fly Lavi project, that is to help you farmers cut down costs. Until then, stay tuned. Moving on from discussing the marketing and how to find or where to find the product to buy, I think it's about time we get more into the objective, the focus of this whole project, the impact on it in Ghana. This is still the Ghanaian Farmer. My name is Enyunam, and seated next to me is Dr.
Maupe Agbojavu.
Badakuyo Messi. Where's up?
Yo.
Right, so for those who are just hearing about this project that you have been championing all this while, let's talk more about the objective and some key activities that has happened or transpired over the period.
The objective of this project is to improve the livelihood of animal feeds and organic fertilizer actors, and also to improve the urban sanitation and also to contribute to climate change mitigation. So this project will propose an alternative protein source for animal feeding. It will create jobs, and it also help in managing waste in our cities.
For those who are just hearing, watching, let's also touch a bit more on the key activities and impact of this project, not just the agriculture landscape, but in Ghana.
As I said, this project has been implemented for already 4 years. So it means that during those 4 years, we did a lot of things. The first thing that we did when we start this project is actually to gather some key information, socioeconomic information, that will help us to make some strategic orientation of the project. This implies, knowing the stakeholders that work in waste management, and also to know the perception of end users or the BSF product. It can happen that some people will say, I cannot use BSF to feed my animals.
Exactly.
Yes, so in Ghana, we conducted studies, and it shows that almost 90% of people are ready to use BSF to feed their animals.
Really?
So yeah, that information is very capital for this project. In addition to that, we also try to see the market potential, to be sure that if the produce is there will be customer to take it.
Exactly.
And I can tell you that people are really willing to buy this product. So those information are the first activities that we carried out. And in addition to that, you can see we are in the BSF facility. So the project supported to set up these big facilities, and they also supported some private entities to build small unit of BSF production. All these production activities are supported by research work, So some of the research work is to assess the suitability of different waste or organic waste that can be used to produce the larvae. So I'm pretty sure that you know that the larvae feed on organic waste.
Exactly.
So we carried out those studies. We also tried to see how we can substitute the fish meal by the black soldier fly larvae meal, and see how we can use it on different animals, such as fish, poultry layer, broilers, quails, pigs. Yeah. So in addition to that, we also tested the organic waste on different vegetables like boma, tomato, amaranth, and so on, to see how good it can perform. So those are some of the main activities that we carried out. We also supported the Ghana Standard Authority to develop standard. We are talking about the use of organic waste.
Yes.
So when you talk about organic waste, definitely there are some pathogens that are involved. So we need a kind of framework that can guide, that activity. So we supported JESA, and we developed standard on that purpose. In addition to that, we also look at some safety issues, to find out what are the possible contaminants that we can find when we are using waste to rear the black soldier fly.
Exactly.
So those are the main activities. I can also add that we also participated in capacity building, in supporting many master students. Yeah.
Let's wrap it up with the capacity of the units, because a lot of people might not have had opportunity to visit here.
Yeah.
So throw a bit more light on the capacity.
We can process 30 metric ton of waste during one cycle of production, and this can give us between 8 to 10 ton of wet larvae, which can translate to around 3 ton of dry larvae.
Wow.
Within one cycle of production. So, but for sure, the demand is higher than what you can even produce.
Really?
Yes.
I keep hearing this word. Is it a myth or it's a fact that demand for black soldier larvae is high?
It's very high.
Right.
High, yeah.
Okay.
Currently, we cannot even satisfy the demand.
Right.
So, if you want also to venture in this business, you are welcome.
For farmers who have not tried leveraging on this alternative protein, what are they missing that you can share with them?
I'm inviting them to try it, because the black soldier fly larvae has a high content of protein. It can reach up to 50% of protein. It's contain fat. So I'm inviting them to try, and I'm pretty sure that they will like it. They will be coming every time to source for
to buy more.
To buy more.
Okay, thank you very much, Doc. Thank you.
Yeah, okay.
Right, so I'll be wrapping up this interview, but you just stay tuned. I'll be right back after a breather, and then we'll call it a day for this insightful discussion. But if you are excited and you want to buy the frass or the larvae itself for your farm, you can go on our social media platform and then you can call 05311330064. Call us and we'll be there to talk more about it, or follow us on our social media platform. Across all platforms, you can find us IITA BBEST projects. We are on these platforms. You can connect with us and engage more about how to get some of these to serve your farm. We are all about reducing costs and making more profit. This is the Ghanaian Farmer. I'll be right back after this. Stay tuned. Having talked about the objective, let's get to know more about the benefits that farmers in Ghana are enjoying from this production or product that is happening and transforming the face of agriculture and livestock feeding, including vegetable cultivation. Seated next to me is Dr. May Guri, right? Am I correct?
Yes, my name
You're welcome to Ghana.
My good Satra.
Ah, you're welcome to Ghana.
Thank you very much.
I hope you are enjoying and adapting to our hot weather.
Not really. It's too hot for me right now.
It's too hot for you.
It's
Don't
a bit hot
worry.
for me right now. Yes.
Okay, so let's get to enlightening our farmers a bit more about the benefits and the use of BSF in livestock and vegetable production.
Yeah, you know, we have two products coming out of this facility.
Exactly.
Yeah, the first one, which is the primary product, is the dried larva. And the dried larva is an animal protein, and it also contains fat and some minerals, vitamins, which can then be used as an ingredient in animal feed and also in fish feed. So our aim is to be able to replace some of the fish meal that is normally used in animal feed with this other animal protein that we are producing.
Okay.
And we also try to be competitive on price.
That is the most important part, competitive with the pricing.
Yes.
But let's touch also on environment and nutritional. For those farmers who don't know how this is to the environment and nutrition, what can you also share on that?
When it comes to the environment, you know, we are collecting a lot of organic waste.
Exactly.
And that organic waste would most likely end up in landfills.
The dump site, exactly.
Yeah, if we did not collect it. So we collect it and we use it, and the more we can collect, the better. And we also have like a calculator that we are using to calculate our contribution to greenhouse gas emissions, to reduce the greenhouse gas emissions. Yes.
Right. That's great.
So it's a
two-way affair.
It's a two-way effect, actually.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay. So safety of black soldier fly products. You know, farmers are more concerned. Some of them, when they are used to a particular line of products, they don't want to switch. They want to stick there.
Yeah.
But in terms of safety of these products, what would you guarantee farmers?
Yeah, we are very, very conscious and very careful about the safety. So, you know, number one is that we have contributed to develop a standard, national standard for Ghana. And then, of course, we have to meet the standard with quality. So we are doing, we are taking samples from this production unit and also from other production units in Ghana. And we ship them to very advanced laboratories in Norway.
Oh.
So we have two advanced laboratories that we collaborate with. One is the Institute of Marine Research, and they look at nutritional value, protein content, you know, fat, ash, minerals, etc. And they also analyze for potential contaminants, such as heavy metals. And then the other laboratory, which is the Norwegian Institute of Bioeconomy Research, they analyze for other contaminants, you know, such as pesticide residues. You know, we collect fruit waste, so they could have been used pesticides when they produced the fruits. And we analyze for that. We also analyze for mycotoxins, aflatoxins in particular. And we also, since we are using sometimes blood from animals, from slaughterers,
from the slaughterhouse,
we also analyze for residues of veterinary drugs. And I can assure you that the results that we have received so far, they are very good. And they also show that most of that, if there are any contaminants in the substrates, you know, in the larva feed, they are not transported into the value chain. So, you know, they are reduced, and they are not at any
Risk.
point, any risk at all, because they are all below, sometimes even detectable values, and they are also below the EU maximum residue levels, which are very strict. So these products, they are very safe to use, we can assure you that. And we have also analyzed the frass, which becomes the organic fertilizer.
Exactly.
Yes.
They are very safe. I mean, you look at all the way traveling to Norway to just analyze, to ensure that the safety of your animals, the quality of vegetables you're going to produce using the frass is all, you know, up there. I think they're doing a lot, and it deserves some applause. But what will be your final words to our farmers who would be working, buying these products and using on their farms? What will be your final message to them?
Oh, I think number one is that we really want to have their feedback, you know, whether they are satisfied with using the BSFL larva. And we also want to have their feedback when they use the organic fertilizer on their vegetables. And I'm sure that when they start to use it, they will also discover the benefit, not only as a fertilizer of the organic fertilizer, but also as a soil improver. It improves soil fertility, and that is also very much needed in Ghana.
Okay, so let me acknowledge some partners who have been very instrumental in what you see today, the impact, the jobs they are creating, helping farmers to achieve, you know, the ultimate yield, making some money. Let me just acknowledge them. IITA is the lead organization implementing the BBEST project. Norway as the donor through NORAD. And also, let's say a big thank you to Binary and also CSRI IRR as the national partners supporting the implementation of the BBEST project in Ghana. I also want to call on governments, policymakers, agripreneurs that listen, if you want to scale up this BSF technology, which does not in any way, or which does not only provide protein source for your animals, but help with the bio waste management, then you want to support them by patronizing the products from the frass, which is your fertilizer, and the larvae for your farm. This has been an insightful conversation on the Ghanaian Farmer. My name is Enyunam, and a big shout out to all the team from Haruna to Amoete to Doc, and then to my partner seated here. Therefore, shout out to you. Shout out to you. So thank you very much for watching. But listen, don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms. In case you just joined us, it's IITA BBEST Project, or you can visit our website on www.iitabebest.org, or call us if you want to buy, know more, or get engaged. Don't forget to call us on 0531133 My name is Enyunam. Make sure you watch, learn a thing or two, share the video, and drop a comment if you definitely go trying out the frass or the larvae. Until then, bye-bye. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
All right.